turn on your notification bell. You will still get those information you are looking for.
Security men invade Catholic Church amid bishop priest face off. And this is happening in Ihiala local government area of Anambra State. Yes, they said a crisis has brewed between the Bishop of Nnewi, yes, Most Reverend Jonas Benson Okoye, and some Samaritans, who have been, staying at St. Martin of Tours Parish. They have been staying there. And so, but the bishop said he wants the Samaritans to leave that place. Yes, to leave that place so that he will post new priests to that place. But from the information, they have refused to vacate that place. Yes, the Samaritans has been managing that place, managing it, St. Martin's, the Tours, they have been managing the place. But the bishop said, I want you to leave. Let me post you out so that new priests will be posted there. But the Samaritans said, no, they will not go. They will stay put. And the bishop said, okay, since you will stay put, let me use security men to come and protect the church assets, since you are proven stubborn to leave. So in a statement the bishop made through the director of communication of the diocese, he's talking about Reverend Father Martin Onwodewe. He said the security men never invaded the place. So they were rather sent there by the diocese to protect the church's property, especially the Blessed Sacrament. You know how Blessed Sacrament is, how important it is to the Catholic faith, Roman Catholic faith. It is very important to them. And so he said the security men were even briefed by the bishop not to release gunshots or tear gas anyone or even touch them. But from what Reverend Onwodewe said, he said they were surprised to hear people insinuating that they were there to forcefully take over the parish, talking about the security men. So Reverend Onwodewe said that there have been recent incidents where the Blessed Sacrament has been stolen in parishes within the diocese. So they sent security men to avert such. He added that because of the briefing of the bishop to the security operatives, the security operatives retreated when the priest and some parishioners mobilized a mob to attack the security men. He made reference that on November 11, the Blessed Sacrament was made away from St. Christopher Catholic Church in here and same at All Saints Parish, Orifite, on November 14. These kinds of developments and situations, the bishop was trying to avoid them, by sending security men there. He says some parishioners mobilized and confronted the security men, who, according to him, because of the briefing, because of the instruction the bishop gave them, they didn't do anything, rather they retreated. So this is what is going on there. And we are saying, these things shouldn't be. These things, the kingdom cannot rise against itself, and if it does, that means it's about to fall. That is the point. And so we are calling on the Catholic faith, the Catholic Church, talking about Diocese of Nnewi, the Catholic Diocese of Nnewi, yes, to resolve this matter amicably, so that we do not snowball into loss of lives and property. At this stage now, we're not talking about loss of lives and property. We are talking about the security men. It is still at the preliminary stage, and anything can be avoided now. So we are using this medium to call on the bishop of Nnewi Diocese, Most Reverend Jonas Benson Okoye, and the Samaritans to find a common ground. Yes, I think the bishop is supposed to be the seer of the diocese, the seer, and therefore in the Roman Catholic Church, the bishop, has this authority. This particular parish is under his jurisdiction, and therefore things is incumbent on the Samaritans to understand and obey the directive of the bishop. Yes, his directive is supposed to be obeyed. That's what we are saying. They should not in any way, disobey, because it means that you are letting the bishop down. It's a slight on him. Yes, and so the bishop also should understand that these people have served the Catholic Church. Yes, the Spiritans have served very well, and so look, when you say a Reverend Father is a Spiritan, you know what it means. And so they are rendering service to God and humanity. And he should also accord them some respect and honor they deserve. But what we are saying in essence is this: we don't want this issue to snowball into a chaos, into loss of lives and property. It will be most unfortunate, because when we are talking about Fulani invasion, we are the ones bringing these people, these security men that you are using to protect the sacrament. Those who don't have belief in what you are doing, those who don't have belief in your faith. We have said it. Over 90% of security personnel in the Southeast are majorly of Muslim. And for you to be using Muslim to go and protect a church because people are stealing sacraments. So what an irony. What an irony, because they don't have respect for those sacraments. Yes, in a normal circumstance, those sanctuaries, they don't have the sanctity. Of course, those things are sacred. And you are bringing these people to come and protect it, so it is not a welcome development at all. To invite the security operatives, the Nigerian army, the Nigerian police, you know them, they go to churches, they start shooting inside the churches. People who doesn't have respect for Christianity, for God, and that is people you are given authority to go to church and protect. So the church, НIGERIA diocese, Catholic diocese, should find a way to resolve this crisis. We don't want to hear it again. We don't want to hear this crisis that it continued. It is not in the best interest of the people, not in the best interest of the community, or Inyala, local government, or even the Catholic Church. But the Catholic Church in Nigeria, majorly the Catholic Church in Southeast, the Igbo land, the Biafra land. So it's not a welcome development. They should find amicable, solution to this immediately. Yes, this should not snowball into chaos, into killing of our people in Ihiala and its environs. The church should not be seen in this light, using army, using conventional police to chase Reverend Fathers. That's not good at all. So Reverend Fathers should not be seen as people, or the Spiritans should not be seen as people who are disobeying the church. Because once you disobey the bishop, it's the church you are disobeying. You are disobeying the Pope, because the bishop is there, as a representative of the Pope, overseeing the diocese on behalf of the Pope. Yes. So if the Pope is the supreme, if the Pope is number one in the Roman Catholic Church, if the Pope is being seen in that way as the Holy Father, yes, Father of all, yes, in the Christendom, the Pope is being seen in that light as a Holy Father of all, and the bishop is there at his behest. People should respect the bishop and abide by his directive.